I don't know how many times will I have to say this, but I think I fucked up. Okay, so I cut a part in the last video where I was talking about how I cut my medication. It was because I ran out of money, so I couldn't get my medication on time. And you may be asking, why did you cut that out of the other video? And I will tell you, that's because it was embarrassing. Listen, I don't like being pitiful. You could say that. I mean, I talk a lot about stuff that's like very sad shit, and I thought it wasn't necessary telling you that I ran out of meds. It didn't seem like a big deal to me at the beginning. And I thought, well, I could get some meds if I go to the pharmacy. But here's the thing, I am an absolute dickhead. I'm trying to practice this thing where I'm supposed to be kind to myself. My therapist literally told me that, like, what is it, it's 10 p.m. 4 hours ago. I just, instead of saying that I'm a dick, I'm gonna say that I am a very forgetful person, okay? So that day I forgot to go to the pharmacy, so I couldn't get my meds. And then the next day I forgot again to go to the pharmacy, and I couldn't get my meds. And can you guess what is happening today? It's been like a week when I should have gotten those meds. And do you know what happened? Do you want to know what happened to me? Do you know why I'm going through a spiral right now? Yeah, it's because I forgot to go to the pharmacy once more. I'm calling this video something along the lines of I girl boss my way too close to the sun. I fucked up. I am calling this video something along the lines of I girl boss my way too close to the sun, or something along those lines, because I thought I will be fine if I didn't take my meds for a couple days. And that's a big mistake, because if you don't take your meds, you don't get the meds that are stopping the sad thoughts to get into your brain. I'm an idiot. I didn't even mean that to be. Sometimes I think about how kinda sad is that I have to keep myself alive. Not because it's bad, but because I am the worst person to ask to take care of somebody else. And the fact that I am responsible of that, it's a really funny and sad joke at the same time. I'm just gonna say I had a very funny but very messy day. To not get into details, I thought the day was going good, and somehow I bleached accidentally my ass. Don't ask why, don't ask how, just know that I am stupid. And by general rule, if you're stupid, something silly is gonna happen to you soon. I'm trying to cope by being funny. I'm trying to be, chill about it. It's like, whatever. But at the moment, it wasn't funny, because it was painful. But now that I think about it, it was very funny. How can someone find a way to bleach their own butt? And then I had therapy, which usually goes nice. I feel usually motivated after it, but this time there was a couple questions and a couple of exercises that made me a little bit cry, and that kind of balanced stuff up. I don't like crying in front of people. I don't like crying in front of people. That's how I will put it. I am a fan of crying. I enjoy crying. I cry almost every night. But when it's in front of people, it is very awkward, and I don't like being vulnerable. That's it. I just don't like it. But things took off. I might have said, or I might have done, a couple of things that could be considered a bit out of hand, like crying for help, maybe a little bit, but with that like a little mask of irony. Made a couple art pieces that seem funny to me because they're funny because I'm sad. And I am recording this because I think it's funny. I think it's actually a very good moment to try to be candid. And I thought, what perfect moment to ramble a little bit. Like, come on. After a breakdown, it's the perfect opportunity to be a comedian. Luckily, I am lucky enough that going off my meds only means that I get extra sad and extra messy and very forgetful. It just means that I'm not functioning at 100, but I could say I'm functioning like... I could say I'm fuck. I could say I'm fuck. Okay. I could say I am functioning at around 40%, which is not much, but it's something. It's workable. I don't enter to classes. I get sad. I cry a little bit. I sleep a lot. And I get dizzy. I get confused more easily, and it's fine. But other people could have worse problems if they go off their meds. And I just think it's kinda, it's just something that sometimes we need to face. I don't want to be like, I have all the diseases in the world and I know what all diseases are. I don't want to say I am disabled and I can't work like normal. Not normal, but people without disabilities can work. But the reality is that I do have disabilities. I have diabetes, and guess what medication I'm also not taking. And I have a mental illness, maybe not severe enough to mean that I am impaired enough to need the attention and help other people might need, but I am in fact mentally ill. I have disorders, syndrome disorder. I'm not gonna specify. Just think it's something I had to cope with, and I had to cope with this from since I was a child. And just feeling different sometimes means that I can't react to things like common people do. I just think it's very sad sometimes, I tend to avoid thinking about it. I tend to not dwell too much into it, but the fact that it's a forever thing, it's definitely not fun. And this is not mainly in the mental illness part, because I think I got sensitivity. I think I got desensitive of that part, probably from the internet, all the memes. A couple years ago it was very funny to say you had depression, and that made me feel like I wasn't alone. That actually helped me cope a lot, all those memes and the people putting genuine advice. All of those things helped me cope. With where I'm finding it a little bit difficult is with the diabetes, because I just sometimes want to do what my friends are doing, eat what my friends are eating, eat what my siblings are eating. I don't like people looking at me and thinking that I'm just a fat person, not thinking that I'm not trying to take care of myself. I mean, I'm not trying to take care of myself, but not because I'm fat, but because I am a very forgetful person. I don't know. I guess nothing has hit me so much. The reality that I am going to be this forever, it's setting, kinda. I'm 25. I'm not in my early 20s. I'm not getting any younger, but the things that are scaring me is that people around me are getting older too. The people I care about, the friends I have, everyone is just getting older, and that scares me. Because right now things are difficult for me already. I don't have a lot of fitness and stuff. I can't run, literally can't, because my feet hurt a lot. And with COVID and all that stuff, it's just the reality that I could die, it's more prevalent. But I don't know. I try to take care of myself, but like one of the little joys I have in my life is like eating chips or eating cookies. It's not much, but it's all I have. And it's just pressing because I can't see people eating ice cream or like getting fraps or like just drinking soda sometimes. And I just have to remind myself that I can't do that, because if I do, I could die. And I try losing weight, but it's very hard at the point I am. It is not even that I just like ate myself to this point. I ate like any other person. I just had a very high chance of developing diabetes. Did I overeat at some points? Sure, but I mean, everybody does that from time to time. I didn't like swallow 3 bowls of soup in one go. When I overeat, it's like normal people overeating, you know? It's like eating like a bowl of soup and saying, I want another bowl of soup. I didn't like put so much effort into gaining weight. It's just something that happened. It wasn't my genetics. And it's just a little bit sad. I mean, people always point out how your 20s should be your prime, but I feel like I never get that prime. My prime years, my early 20s, even my late teenage years were hell. I was dealing with the mental illness, and after I was a little bit more stable in that front, I had to deal with like the disability that comes with having overweight. It's not like I don't care about my health, it's just that how can I get to a healthy place when I had never got the chance to have that, not even when I was a kid. And I don't know, it's just all that. I've just been thinking a lot about that, and I've been thinking a lot about my relationships to others. You know, I'm just recording a video because I felt was the best way to cope. You know, I didn't want to keep doing sad stuff. I was thinking of doing some like comics, talking more about it, being more profound, but I feel if I do them right now, they're gonna be super raw and maybe not the best that I could bring. So I am leaving them to like at least until I cool down enough to make them. But maybe I will forget again. I mean, I am a forgetful person. Don't even remember the things I'm supposed to do. And you know, this is not to bum you out or anything. I just been thinking. I know that in my previous video I was like telling how good my life has gotten and how much I had improved, and I feel a little bit guilty of like coming up with this sad video now and like making everybody feel like that's something that never happened. Somebody recovers but immediately they crash down, and I just want you to know that that's not true. I crash down because I girl boss my way to the sun and I burn like Icarus. I am falling down as my wings are dissolving, the glue is spreading, the feathers are just going around, and I am falling because I am a massive moron. Trying to be kind to myself. Okay, I'm not a massive moron, I'm just very forgetful. But I still believe that there's a way out of this. I don't want to lose hope. I don't want to just roll into bed and just cry myself to sleep. You know, I want to do the opposite. That's something my therapist told me. When you feel like shit, when you feel like you're down in your luck, do the opposite of you want to do. Like, and that has actually helped. I wouldn't be doing anything if I just listened to the part of my brain that is telling me to go to bed and not wake up until tomorrow. Like, what did I accomplish with that? Just sleeping a little bit more, having more nightmarish dreams once again, because I've been having very vivid dreams and they're fucking my mind. Lately I am going slowly insane. But you know, listening to that part of your brain sometimes could be good. Sometimes when your brain is telling you, I need to rest and I need to do it now, you should listen to. But it's all about learning when and how. Like, it's all about knowing when you should be sleeping and when you should just be doing something. And my brain was telling me to just run away, disappear, not ever talk about anything ever again. Just resign, just quit everything, just get into bed, forget the world exists, watch TikTok until my mind is numb enough that I could fall asleep quickly. But I don't think that's productive. And making art that expresses my feelings is productive until some points. And the problem with doing art when I'm sensitive is that it drains me. It makes me more tired. It makes me more sad. I say that it helps me cope, but the truth is that it drains me a lot. I am in like high emotions, my body shaking, my feelings are all over the place, and nobody likes to see a sad clown when it's not sad clown season. So I didn't want to do that. I want to be kind. I want to reframe the way I see my art. I made a big rant in like my friend server where I just was rambling about how I didn't enjoy doing art much anymore because all of it is always linked to my sadness, and I feel it's more like a chore now. I feel like I need to be sad and that I need to be miserable to feel the art for real, and I don't think nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see somebody self-destroy themselves just to make art. When you write it down, it may sound interesting, but when you see it, it's kind of sad. And I keep thinking about my friends. I don't think they want to see that. I don't think my friends, and I don't think the people that follow me for my art want to see me explode until I just, disappear. So I didn't want to explode. I didn't want to do something that tires me. I wanted to do something simple, and what's more simple than connecting a camera and just recording? I mean, of course I'm going to edit this later and make it less boring, I guess, but if you ever feel like you are girl bossing and everything is working your way, just remember, be careful, don't be Icarus, because you could like shine brighter if you just don't push your luck and just take your meds when you're supposed to. And this is not like a nagging being like, take your meds because they're good for you. This is more like a introspective of my mindset after a breakdown. I am like coherent. I'm trying to enunciate better because I last time I heard that I have a very thick accent, and I hear in here how unclear my words are, so I'm trying to make them more clear. I hope that helps somehow. I also found this cap that actually goes with my style. It has neon green, and I do like it. I like it more than my beanie. It makes me look more manly. I just wanted to be silly a little bit. I wanted to be silly and then sincere. Sometimes in a comedy act, you need to be funny at first, and then you hit them with the sadness. You just go like, knock knock, who's there? Pain. And that's how you like do comedy, I guess. But yeah, that's all I had to say. That's all the rambling I had today. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing stuff like this. Whenever an idea pops in my head, I'm gonna turn the camera and just speak until it's something, I guess, entertaining. I don't know. Maybe I should stop thinking of videos to make people laugh or make people be interested in something. Maybe I should just do videos to do videos. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? That I make sincere videos? I think the worst that could happen is that nobody cares, but I care, and I'm still someone. So if I care, I guess they're worth it. And you may not know, or you may not notice this, but I actually feel way better now after talking a little bit and rambling a little bit and make it something that's, I know it's gonna be public. Because, I mean, it's hard to be vulnerable to me, to other people. you have never seen it, but whenever I get vulnerable with someone, I just stiff up and I'm trying to suck up back the tears, and I'm like, suck them up. Nobody can know that I have a heart. So maybe this could be kind of like therapy, but also don't want to spread like personal information that I shouldn't share. I just still want to keep kind of a privacy thing. So I guess I will just ramble about things, or like ramble about stuff that I think I could share, and we both get something out of it, I guess. It could be fun. Well, now it's everything I had to say. Just take your meds, don't girl boss your way too close to the sun. It burns really bad. That's been my rambling corner, I guess. I'll see ya when I see ya. Bye.